What's up out there? Welcome back to some more Melvor Hardcore. We are on Gen 2, episode 35. In the last episode, we tackled all 4 of the God dungeons, just hit them all at one shot, and I got a little bit hasty after I got done. I forgot there was all those skill upgrades to buy. I did purchase those after the whole thing got done. So we now have, this, what do we got? Master of Nature here, and what is it? Perpetual Haste, Expanded Knowledge, Master of Nature, and Art of Control. So all of those are purchased now. And if we were to work on completion or whatever for this account, those are now open. So that makes things go faster. You get interval reduction. I think it's minus 15% interval reduction for most things. Fishing doesn't have one because you have this amulet of fishing. Let's see. Fire making does. Cooking does, mining does. I think most of these do until you get down to, say, Herblore does, yeah. Until you get down to, say, like agility doesn't, summoning doesn't. They may have their own pet or potion or something that gets there, but they don't have one of those skills. Those are basically limited to something that didn't already have a reduction. So I got that. I went ahead and purchased the loot container stacking. So that's done. Let's see. There's not really anything else I can buy except for I need to get this Slayer kit, this master stuff. Could do the auto Slayer. I'm kind of hanging off on that one right now. I accidentally click it every once in a while on my mobile device, and I don't really want that on this account, so that's why I'm not purchasing it here. We need to save up because once we complete Into the Mist, we're going to need 3 million for this thing, but we're also going to need, like, I don't know, an ungodly amount for this because it's 1 million coins for each master kit piece. So that's 6 million there, plus another 3 million for these. We're going to need a lot of Slayer coins. So we're going to have to work on that grind at some point. I'm not entirely sure how I want to attack it because we do have some things to do, things that we could be doing in, say, the Perilous Peaks. We could work on these things. Slayer tasks, and I think they pay out fairly decent, so could be working on that. But the next goal is going to be to get into the mist, so that's going to be what we're working towards. Need to get that done. So let's see, over the last week now I've been grinding with my melee character on the Air God dungeon. So I now have pretty much a full set of the Eris gear for ranged. That's pretty well taken care of. Don't have to worry about that. So this guy's good to go. I pushed into the Water God dungeon, and I do have the Glacier gear for this character. So that's taken care of. In fact, this is probably the last thing I was running. Yeah. I was wanting to push into the Earth God dungeon, but kind of got towards the weekend. I spent quite a bit of time, Thursday, Friday, maybe even into Saturday a little bit, working on these 2 dungeons, just letting them sit and run all day. And got these guys geared up. I'm ready to gear this guy up. But then I kind of got a little tired of fighting because I had all 3 of my accounts fighting. If you follow the adventure side, we did do Into the Mist on that one, so that's done. And let's see, after I did the Into the Mist run there that evening, Sunday evening, I ran 3 more Into the Mist on my standard account. So that one's now got the pet. You have to run it 5 times to get the pet. So that one's done. And I was just running all these accounts and having to try to keep track of all the different food and runes and prayer points if I was using those. You know what I mean? It just got to be too much. And on my standard account, I'm grinding out, basically I'm grinding out these things down here, these greater skeletal dragons. I've worked my way all the way down, and I kind of got sick of that. So I started doing other things because I've just been doing way too much combat. I kind of got sick of it. On my standard account, I'm working more towards completion. On this account, I started working towards Into the Mist. And to that end, I did a lot of summoning. And the reason you see me running agility today is not necessarily to get any of these. I'm at the mastery levels I need to be for these 2 to knock off this red stuff. knock these in half. I'm good with that. The reason I'm working on this is because I kind of ran out of something else to do, and I thought, you know what, there's other levels that need to be done, so I can work on this and raise these, in the background. I do want to raise these up, even if I wasn't working on completion for this account, or even, we'll discuss completion here in a second, but even if I wasn't working towards completion on an account, I would still push these up because you get benefits at 99. You get cost reductions for all these, and the debuffs are halved. So if any of these have debuffs, or if you ever want to use any of these, the cost reduction is, you get cost reduction here, and you get cost reduction on the mastery pool. On the mastery for each item. So it's worth having the 95% here, as well as all of these in 99. So if you're going to purchase these, they're going to be the cheapest possible. So that's why I circled back to this. Like I said, I ran the Air God dungeons. Let's see, what else did I do here? I did get some extra bank slots. I don't remember how much we're limited to, but I now have 103. I think it's 100, and now I have 103. I think I got 3 out of that, so that was cool. That was really cool, because we should be rocking the combat pillar. Yeah, so I must have got 3 of those. I kind of want to just let that run and keep getting bank slots. Let's see. I was doing axes and shields for adamantite, because adamantite is easy to mine and easy to smith. The bars for this only take adamantite and coal. I know rune's a thing. I'm not opposed to rune, but I don't remember. The adamantite seemed easier to get, a little less coal requirements. If you go into summoning, and which one would that be? These things, like, they'll take whatever axe you get. That's just what I happen to settle upon. I mean, I could do rune for 1 less here, but it's 1 more coal. Take your pick, you know what I mean? One's going to be better or worse. I figured this was good enough, so that's what I did. I was really working on Minotaur tablets and, let's see, the Yak tablets. So I wanted to get all of these. I wanted to make sure I had enough of the main skill. For me, it's going to be the Minotaur, the Witch, and the Centaur. For the main melee, magic, and ranged classes. The other one I tend to run is the Yak, because it synergizes with damage reduction to whatever the combat triangle goes for. So in this particular case, he's going to get a 2% damage reduction against magic. So that helps out against magic. I think it might be 3, or maybe I'm not sure because this gives you 1 by itself. Synergized, I don't know if that means you get 3 or just 1 plus 1. Not sure. Don't care. Totally not relevant to this conversation, but I use the Yak with these, basically is what I'm saying. This one I'm using here because I get a magic defense bonus. Don't know why I care, but I have some of these cultist ones. And this one I'm using for lifesteal, which I don't think works on this, so I probably don't even need. But that's basically how I spent my time. I have a bunch of, I made a bunch of these witch ones, so I can equip those and free up a spot. I've got 1.8 million of these things. I mean, like, I got a ton of these. And it's because of the end game that we're about to go into. And you know what? I think what I'll do is just give myself, say, that many. We'll equip these. I'm not sure about this lifesteal. I'll hang on to these for a bit, but I'm going to switch those out. And for that matter, I could go park these on somebody. Just get rid of them, free up a slot. And I still have plenty of shields. Went ahead and dumped those into my thing here. Still have plenty of shields. We did get this bank quality of life upgrade, so that's good. I have not really delved into this very much, but I like this idea. I need to redo these, and my first tab will be on my sell tab because that's where everything goes. So I need to work the locks and unlocks because there is a sell all unlocked on this tab. So actually, you know what? We can lock everything here. Just call it a day. Nice quality of life. Somebody mentioned, and I didn't catch this in the patch notes. Patch notes seemed to indicate there was just things for quality of life, so I don't know. But apparently this shield now takes minus 30%. I missed it. I'll just get that off there. The shield now gives you a little bit of bonus. You get 30% max hit points and minus 30% from Dragon's Breath. So that's really cool. That's a very nice addition. Equip that back on there. Okay. So that is where we are at with this account going forward. Obviously, I'm going to be going and trying to gear up my melee character. I did not get as many of the items as I wanted to. Like, my drops sucked. I did get the Warlock Amulet, which is fine. I got one of those. I only got 3 of these rings. If you notice, I don't have any of the ranged ring or amulet. I didn't get anything. I let this run for a while, and I got sick of it, and I thought, all right, I'm going to gear up on my other stuff. They're going to come later. You need 10 of the rings of each of the God Dungeon rings and 10 of the gauntlets for future upgrades. So we're going to have to get through Into the Mist. I'm not going to press too hard on that because of it, because they are later down the road. But how long did I spend in this place? 137 clears. I got 71 Glacier clears, and we just got the one of each of these. But like, I spent a significant amount of time in there, and I didn't get any drops for the Ringer Amulet for the ranged part. I did get the Eris God Sword, the Glacier God Sword. I got 3 Storm Snaps. Those things are rare. Of course, I've got a bunch of the gauntlets saved up. I mean, 3 of these, but not one of the whatever. Not a ring or an amulet. So, at any rate. But that's kind of what we've got. Got some cool gear. Got some things to work on. I could use these probably. I could use these gauntlets and maybe these boots on my melee character. But his boots are already there. And, well, I could replace the gauntlets, I suppose. But, I don't know. Problem for another day. Gearing up towards Into the Mist is the next goal, and that's where we're going. So that will do it for this episode. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.